Summer's gone, I'm latching on. Don't even know your name, but you're still in my head. Underneath rays of gold, your body oh so close. No, I can't forget, no. When I saw you on the dance floor, oh, I saw you who saw me first. I guess it's history now, and I shouldn't care, but it still hurts. I didn't realize the danger, cause you're the end of the rainbow. And the music was so loud, didn't catch your name over this crowd. Girl, you should wear a name tag, cause all I wanna do is to know your name.
Hi everyone, welcome to Good Morning Toowoomba with Ben Apsey and...
I'm Daryl Nicholson, more than just a postcode, mate. February is getting away from us. It's the 24th day of February. I promise...
Right on the dot of 7 o'clock this morning.
I know, we said we'd do that. I promise I'm not going to have a drink on the 28th, 29th... No, sorry, the 29th, 30th and 31st of February. I'm not drinking.
It's a three-day drinking
lockdown. 24th February, hump day. Sad day for the world. Daft Punk have broken up. Everyone's just rattled, mate. I can't even remember who Daft Punk are, but I heard one of their songs. Oh yeah, I know them, so one more time. So low of 17, high of 27. It's currently about 17 degrees. Feels a lot cooler than that. Rain throughout the day, and they reckon yesterday between Toowoomba and Brisbane, there were large hailstones and 100,000 lightning strikes. Now, I didn't see any large hailstones. I know there was hail in Crow's Nest, and Luke said to the south of Toowoomba there was hail. But
definitely wasn't in town here. So.
Yeah, so, but look, let's wish, hope, pray, meditate for rain.
I must say,
forget the hail.
It cooled it down nicely, though.
Last night was nice, got right under the
32 degrees, and then all of a sudden, 24.
It was lovely.
So nice.
Absolutely lovely. Toowoomba birthdays, mate. There's a few flashed up. Jasmine Theodosis, our friend from the Met Hotel. Yeah, Jasmine, have a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jasmine.
Have a great day, and might try and catch up at the Met on the weekend. I've got Saturday off, so I might go and have a few drinks. And Emily O'Sullivan, our friend Emily from Protea's Place, the fundraising coordinator there. And Carmel Wilkinson, back in Toowoomba from the sunny coast, works for K&R Plumbing Supplies. She is actually Carmel Reedy, so her dad created K&R Plumbing Supplies with Neville. There was Neville Reedy and I forget his Krause, Randy Krause. That's where they get the K&R from. So, g'day Carmel. Hope you're going well, mate. I was walking around this afternoon. I just as I do around town, and I got to the linen chest, and this lady pulled me up. Her name's Bronwyn, and she's part of the. There's a new lady's bought the linen chest, and she said, "Thank you for your video the other day." No, I walked around Margaret Street, doing Margaret Street, and I said, "The linen chest, it seems to have been here forever." So she watches the show. This Bronwyn said we're doing quite some good work in Toowoomba. Thank you, Bronwyn, and we might go down and do a story on the linen chest, I think.
Well, unfortunately, news is coming back to Facebook, so people may not see us after this week. So
no, we are determined to stay up there. But she can confirm the biryani hut that's next door to there. There's something going on there. So it looks like a lease has been signed. So there you go. Want to say a big shout out to...
and the kebab shop opened yesterday.
Yeah, the kebab shop opened yesterday. They were pretty quiet there last night. I haven't done a shoot for them yet. I might do it tonight and give them a bit of a plug. So, so we've had Thai kebabs. We've got Four Brothers Brewing opening. Cork and Levers opened. Help me here. There's been a grocery store down the road. The Quambot Tree opened again. So the Margaret Street's pumping along. The Peter Snow & Co building, have you seen it?
Getting huge
the building
is looking had a massive
good.
Reno.
Yeah, they were jackhammering there at 5:15 this morning inside Peter Snow & Co building. It was really loud, but anyhow, CBD living. I want to say a big hello to Tiffany from Gatton. She's got her little Miss Tiff boutique open at the old Golders building at 240 Margaret Street. So you're looking for some great bargains.
Opposite the Suncorp Bank?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So pop down there. G'day Tiff, I will catch up with you tomorrow. I'm going to call down and say g'day. Mate, the Premier had a press conference yesterday firing at the Commonwealth Government. She said everyone's trying to blame her for this Wellcamp thing not happening, but it's really up to the Commonwealth Government to approve it. So bit of a stoush going on between Chucky and the Prime Minister. So
yeah, well, look, to be fair, Wagner's have come up with a really good plan to build the facility, and she's come up with 10 cents of FA as far as how she's going to manage it. So it's people in the community are rightly concerned of how it's going to be managed and what happens if it gets out. We don't have the medical facilities for it here.
That's right. And maybe if the new hospital's built, could that be a possibility? You'd be a bit more comfortable with it?
Well, or
the public would be
the
comfortable
sooner they
with
build the new hospital, the better, because the old one is quite outdated, and that will free up all that land for something like a sporting stadium, for example. But they need to really, they don't have the facilities here now for that quarantine facility. And with the vaccine rolling out, do we need it? Is there the need for a quarantine facility if we're going to be vaccinated by October?
Yeah.
Can they build this quicker than the vaccine is getting rolled out?
Don't know. Who knows? Watch your space. Let's see what happens. Mate, bit of a date claimer coming up in Toowoomba, the Heal Yourself Expo, speaking of looking after yourself, on the 20th and 21st of March. I'll give Wayne a call tomorrow, but it's at Centenary Heights State High School. I got involved with it a couple of years ago, and they've approached us to help.
That's not like the Psychic Expo?
It's got mediums and crystals and different things like that, but it's more about your inner health and looking after yourself.
Those funky pink lamps that you sit on your bedside table that taste funny?
Yeah, when you lick them. Yeah. Don't know why you do that, but anyhow.
Lincoln tried.
You're sick, mate. You're absolutely sick. Yeah, so I'll give Wayne a call tomorrow. I'll give you a call and we'll have a chat, but Wayne wants us to help him promote that. So, mate, I was reading this statistic last night. Motorcyclist lives lost 21st of February 2021 is 13. Same period last year, 3. So there's been 4 times more deaths. And I think we talk a lot about road safety. Again, when you're driving, drive to conditions. Bike riders drive to conditions. And also, we need to keep our eyes out for motorbikes. Yeah, all of us. That's alarming, that statistic, and that just blows my mind. So, and then there's another article. This blew my mind. I know, when you drive to, you just get towards Gatton. You're coming off the Gatton bypass, and there's one of those cameras, and they can detect if you're on a mobile phone or not. They've installed them around southeast Queensland, especially in Brisbane.
There's 3 in Toowoomba.
There's 3. I didn't know this. Now, they are sending warning notices. And some of the photos are just like someone's on the phone and someone's holding the steering wheel for them.
Oh.
While they're texting, I'm serious. And they're just like, this has got to stop. Or people just texting while they're driving.
3 in Toowoomba.
Put the phone in the glove box. Really?
Well, it's a good friend Russell likes to say, put it in the boot, because then you can't be tempted to touch it.
Mate, that's great advice. So, look, the fines, it's sort of a grace period till October.
Any computerised smart device counts as on the mobile phone. So Apple Watches, sitting there playing on an Apple Watch, done. Sitting there on your phone, done.
Well, that's our road safety message. So again, just watch out for bike riders. Put your phone away. And also, I don't know what you think about this, mate. New South Wales, drivers sign a petition. They want the 250 metre point warning about a speed camera and the 50 metre sign reinstated to warn them about speed cameras. And the government saying, no, we're not going to do that, because they've had incidents of cars speeding and 4 children got killed. People have been hit by cars. I don't believe in the warning signs. I think you should be just driving safely.
You shouldn't need to be warned
if there's a speed camera.
That there's a speed camera if you're doing the right thing.
That's right. So I'm all for that. I don't think they should bring those signs back.
I do think there needs to be a bit more common sense with some of the road rules.
Yep.
Specifically around the speed limits on roads. I think and that's why people are speeding, is because a lot of them, not justifying that they should be, but a lot of them are frustrated. Like driving from here to Brisbane's just starting to become ridiculous. 100 zone, 80 zone, 100 zone, 80 zone, another 80 zone, another 80 zone. It's just, come on, if you need to put that many 80 zones in, put an overpass in.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And we did notice driving to Brisbane, Neil and I went down on the weekend, there's an overpass there. They are putting them in. Yeah, the roads
it takes time,
changing.
I get that. So.
Yeah, so
I think there needs to be an increase in the overall speed limits.
Yep.
I know, like for example, Neil Street. Neil Street was made 40 k's an hour in front of Empire Theatre when it was initially turned into back into a two-way street to allow for the pedestrians and the cars to adjust to that crossing.
Yep.
It's 40 k's an hour, but the smaller street, Anand, is 50.
Right. Okay.
Come on. Common sense with your speed limit signs, please.
Yeah, exactly.
And then why can't we go 110 on some of these roads?
Well, there are some roads. The M1, you can do 110 in some sections. So, because I always thought it was 100, but someone said to me they were driving there down to the Gold Coast and they were doing 110. I went, really? Okay.
But really,
again, I haven't been on the roads.
Really though,
I haven't been down there.
the best way of getting people off their phones, stopping them from speeding, is to build high-speed trains.
Yep, exactly.
Because you can be productive on a train. There's an extra hour
Can we
of
do
your
another
time.
show about trains?
There's an extra hour of your time.
I'm going to do
sitting
Brent
there.
Lehman.
You
Walk away.
could sit there. You can watch a movie for an hour.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, mate,
So
our
much better.
producer, Light and Dark Productions,
Has a Facebook page.
He has got a Facebook page.
He has a Facebook page.
Yeah. How many minutes have we been on, producer? You're not going to tell us to shut up? Because last night, Wally Ali and Rachel Corbett got into a debate about the vaccine, and Wally started, and he goes, "I've been told to shut up by the producer." You want to Google the clip and have a watch of it. So,
Because if you spread misinformation, they'll pull you down.
he was bringing up some very good points. Watch the clip, because he was bringing up some very good points about, can an employer make you get a vaccine? And she said, well, but businesses are closing because of the virus. So, and that's when he started talking about his rights, and they shut him up.
Certain businesses can. So, like, for example, if you work in waste management, you have to get a Q fever vaccine. So,
We talked about this before. I remember growing up, we got vaccines for everything. And if you wanted to travel to Singapore or Malaysia or anywhere, you had to get typhoid.
Yep.
This could be the same thing.
Still, if you go to most Asian countries, you should, take medication for malaria.
Exactly. So we've talked about Facebook. They're going to reinstate media companies. Josh was on the phone to Mark Zuckerberg 3 times yesterday.
Negotiated a
Good
deal.
faith agreements.
Yeah.
It's pretty loose, I think. But anyhow,
A bit like some of the reporting.
it's good. It's good news. I mean, I think it's great. JobKeepers increase to $3.50 a day. Mate, they can't even come in here and buy a cup of coffee from you with $3.50 a day. So, bit of a mess, bit of a debate about it. Luke and I were talking about it this morning off air.
It hasn't gone up for 20 years.
I know. And
they have put a lot of money into other programs,
Yep.
like the JobMaker Incentive Program to create jobs. Because the
Yeah.
idea is that you want people working and paying income tax, not
Yeah.
sitting there taking the tax away from other people.
And Luke and I talked about this as well. So it's quite interesting. But I know. I said to you in March this year, it's going to be interesting what happens for the March onwards.
Well, they're estimating, without an extension to JobKeeper, in just the travel agencies across Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria, a loss of 300,000 jobs come March 29th.
As I said last year,
8 in 10 agents left. Keeping in mind a lot of them have already gone, but 8 out of 10 that are left will not have a job anymore.
Interesting, mate. It's
Because a lot of the income in a travel agency, and people don't understand this, comes from international travel. And that is GST free, and because of that, the government seem to not care. And it is really frustrating when you start to see some of the statistics.
Yeah, I think the JobKeeper program, as you said, needs to be extended.
80% of travel agents across Australia
Yep.
estimate that they've suffered 90% loss of income.
Oh, definitely. Businesses have just gone broke because of the virus. I mean, we've talked about this before. So, mate, I'm a bit confused. What's your feelings on Craig Kelly resignation going to the crossbench? How's it going to affect things?
Well, he's guaranteed supply to the government.
Yep.
So it doesn't put them in a bad position.
Yep.
I mean, it does in some sort of way, but they still hold government. It'll mean that he goes unchecked. There won't be a party there to. But it's interesting. You can look at it and go, well, he'll be unchecked, and a lot of people saying, oh, well, they should be able to replace him. The Liberal Party should be able to replace him with another Liberal member, and he just leaves Parliament. But then there's a lot of other people saying, well, he's left because the party's clearly not. The party's lost him. He hasn't left the party. The party has lost him.
He's not the first one to go. There's been a few.
So, and I was like, well, that's an interesting take on it, isn't it? The party's lost him, not the other way around.
Yep. No, interesting. Watch this space, see what happens. And he's allegedly under some investigations for alleged stuff going on. So.
There needs to be, as controversial as he is, there always needs to be someone asking those hard questions. You need someone to play devil's advocate.
Yep.
10 people that agree on something isn't good. 9 people and one that raises the question, but what if? great.
Yep. Okay, watch this space.
It's the Pauline Hansons.
Yeah. Mate, breaking news, Tiger Woods, Gavin Mingay said he thought Tiger Woods was a strong driver. Well, our heart goes out to Tiger Woods. He's had a very serious car accident. He's rolled a vehicle. He's got back injuries and leg injuries, and he's in a hospital in LA at the moment. So just as his golfing career was
back on,
I've been watching some golfing shows at work, and mate, he's doing videos. His young kid is playing the same, playing pretty good golf at 13 as what he was at 13. But seriously, our hearts out to Tiger. Hope you do okay, mate. Just dropped my phone. And Prince Philip, 99, just gone back into hospital, but Harry's flying over from LA to come and see Granddad. So
not a good sign, is it?
Yeah, Prince Charles went in, had a mask on, come out. They said he had bloodshot eyes. So look, I know it's distressing the family, and wishing all the best for the 99-year-old. Hope he does well.
Duke of Edinburgh.
Duke of Edinburgh, yeah. Corey Parker got axed from the Broncos coaching squad. Not that you really care, but it could be a little bit of a blow there for the Broncos.
Please. Are they at the bottom anyway?
They're asking AFL players...
You can't get much lower than last.
Yeah, no. They're asking AFL players to donate their brains for research for this CTE. So it's quite interesting. Some players get knocks during their career, and so they want to do some more research into that. So that's quite an interesting article I picked up and read about. If you want to read more about it, go to news.com.au. And the T20, New Zealand won by 53 runs over Australia. So a good win to New Zealand there. But again, a big shout out to Bronwyn and all the team at the Linen Chest, and a big hi to Tiff at Little Miss Tiff. Happy birthday, Jasmine. Happy birthday, Emily. And happy birthday, Carmel. That's about all I got, mate. I've got to go and run, and so do you. So
yeah, that's it.
If you've got anything you want us to help you promote, just send us an email or a message to our Facebook pages, and we'll give you a shout out and help you get some more people there. So, going to leave it at that. I'm Daryl Nicholson, Toowoomba 4350 TV, more than just a postcode.
As always, thank you for joining us with Good Morning Toowoomba. Remember to like and share us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. I'm Ben Apsey.
And look out for Light and Dark Productions.